Welcome back, Enchanters, to another episode of our Cinderella capsule collection. So this was requested on Facebook in one of my Facebook groups that I shared the video. It's not my personal Facebook group. It is it's called Disney Avengers. It's a collectors group, and they were so kind to have me share my video in that platform. So shout out to them. I will add the group's description on this channel, on the description here as well. And someone commented on the chat and said, "Hey, please, can we see an entire Cinderella completed collection of Jim Shore?" And I said, "Sure." I'm going to be honest with you, I've dreaded to do this video. This is 3 shelves worth of collectibles, and the most difficult ones to store are the carriages and the castle, but I'm here for you. And this is the 3rd time you're seeing this bad boy. It's been featured 3 times. But if you haven't checked out my previous videos, I'll definitely, you can check those out as well on my playlist. There are a few pieces that are missing. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces that are missing. I'm going to show you those afterwards. I'm going to show you my cabinet. They're inside my cabinet, but right now I can't open that cabinet because I have a bunch of boxes in the way. And it looks like a hot mess, the opposite side of my studio. So you're going to see just a little brief sneak peek of those. And I'll show those at the very end of this video. If you're new to this channel, hi, how are you? I'm Jean-Pierre. I love to have you here. Thank you. And I upload every Monday. I upload just unboxing videos of collectible figurines. And on Thursdays, I upload Pokemon unpackings. I am consistent with my uploads, so catch me every Monday and Thursday. In order to catch me, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Aside from subscribing to this channel, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it so much. Please comment below. Let me know what you thought. And lastly, don't forget to hit that bell, ding, to get notified every time I come to you live. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna be honest with you. Follow me on Instagram. I have not had it's like my old Instagram. I haven't uploaded content on that Instagram in forever. My Facebook and Instagram were hacked exactly a year ago. And so kind of started again, and I went from like having nearly almost 10,000 followers to like 200 followers now. So I was like kind of never got back into it, but I will be uploading more content and more images as well. So the more of you that follow me, the more it will inspire me to turn that platform around. But without further ado, let's get started. So we're going to start with the very first piece that was launched from Jim Shore. This piece, I believe, was launched in 2007. This collection was released, and there was a few pieces that he first made, and this is one of them. And it is the second in the series, Romantic Waltz Princess. The first one he ever made was Snow White, and then he went ahead and made Cinderella. And what's great about this is her dress tells a story, and it's her dancing with Prince Charming in the center for the first time. It's super cute. I absolutely love this piece. It's the first ever Cinderella piece ever made. First time in a series. Now, before, this is the first time. Yeah, this is the first Cinderella piece ever made. Yep. But shortly after this piece was made, 2 other pieces were made that feature her, and we're going to show you that in a moment. Now, this piece, when it initially launched, it was $50. Now, you can probably find her for about, this is a piece that he has made re-releases of, and you can still find her for like $85, under $100. I've seen her. She hasn't really increased much in value, but she is absolutely beautiful, and her face is absolutely stunning. Now, throughout this video, you'll be seeing me make pauses, which I don't normally do because we have so much pieces here. As I set some of these pieces aside. So there you have it. The next piece that came out in the series. Now, these all came out together, but we're just going to go ahead and say that this is the order. The next piece was Magical Transformation. So back in when Jim Shore first released his collection, his series with Disney, his collab with Disney in 2006 through 2008, what Jim would do was create actual movie collections. So whenever he made a release, it was of an entire movie. So the first one he ever made was it was an entire Snow White collection. Then he made like a patriotic Mickey collection. Then he made like a Mickey with like a careers collection. Then he made like a Mickey Mouse holiday collection. He made a Pinocchio collection. He then went ahead and made a Cinderella collection. And then after Cinderella followed Pinocchio. And then right after that Pinocchio collection, he kind of went all over the place. And that's when he started to mix different series and collections. And I miss that. Peter Pan was another collection that he made in its entirety as well. And after that, he stopped doing that. And I actually miss that because you were able to, in a year's time, he would release 3 collections. And so it was pretty awesome. And now what you get is 2 collections a year. He releases a summer and a fall collection. He releases like a late spring, late fall collection now, like typically about like 6 months apart. And he only releases now 2 batches a year. So, and now you get an assortment of pieces from all different movies. But I kind of miss the old days because you were able to collect an entire collection, which was pretty awesome. So at the same time that Cinderella came out, this one came out. And again, these pieces came out in 2007. This one, again, I think I mentioned it, but if we didn't, we're going to say it again. It's Magical Transformation. And here's where you see Cinderella featured again on the Fairy Godmother's right at the Fairy Godmother's dress. This is the only time we ever got like an actual standalone Fairy Godmother. This piece actually it's going for about like $250 lately. I love her wand. It's made out of metal. And many times you'll find this piece, but the wand is damaged. And again, I miss the old Jim Shore. The detailing is nothing like it once was because he didn't produce these pieces as much as he does like now, like let's say a new piece like this. And just the quality and the paint, everything was so much better. So Jim, I know one day someone from Jim Shore Studios will probably be watching this video or any of my videos. I really hope we can improve on the actual quality control of some of the new pieces. It's been a big issue with many of our Disney groups. People have been discussing these issues. Nevertheless, an absolutely stunning piece. This is an impeccable piece. And it was one of the very first pieces I ever got. Because right after, my first piece ever was a Dopey piece, but you'll see one day when we do a Snow White capsule collection, which is the biggest collection of them all. After I collected Snow White, I went on to Cinderella was my second one. And then after Cinderella was Pinocchio. After Pinocchio, I bought all the Mickey ones. And then after all the Mickey ones, I bought the Peter Pan set. And then after that, he started creating them. Like I said, they were sporadic. After that, we have this Lucifer piece. Now, this was part of Devious Lucifer. This is actually part of a 5-piece cat series, which comes with a cat. Is it a cat bone? What is it? No, it's actually not. This is a regular stand with where he made 5 different cats, and Lucifer's one of the cats. Another cat is Jolie from the Aristocats. He made the Siamese twins as well as part of that collection. Figaro from Pinocchio was part of that collection as well. And I know I'm missing someone else. I can't think. Why can't I think? And Cheshire Cat was a part of that series. And so here we have Lucifer. He is adorable. He's gone up quite in value. I've been seeing him lately for about $150. This is Devious Lucifer. And when it came out, it was only $30. $30 or $25, somewhere around there. Which is right now like the price you pay for a regular personality pose. And this is bigger than a personality pose. Absolutely beautiful piece. I love that he has his dish there. It says Lucifer. I mean, it is a beautiful piece. And it's the only Lucifer piece ever made. So that's another reason why a lot of Cinderella lovers and fanatics want this piece as a standalone. There you have it. Also, in this same batch, he also released this Jack and Gus jewelry box. Now, This is such a beautiful piece, and this also has been going up quite drastically in price. I've seen it for like about $150 lately. And this opens up, and it has this blue velvet lining, like suede velvet. It's like suede lining. But the by the way, the name of this piece is Bosom Buddies, and it's purple. It's so cute. So the color contrast. I love the water wash, like it's like a watercolor paint. It's very it's almost as if it's burnished, and it's very pale. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, the very distinct thing about this collection is their actual ensembles, where Guska should be wearing a green shirt and Jack should be wearing a red coat. They're both wearing like this yellow version of it. So it's very different than he has them spot on with their faces and their hats, but their outfits are different. It's really the first time he's done that, and he has not been allowed. This is my experience was Disney has to verify and check off any designs Jim Shore makes. And I think this is where one of them that it was very rare for him. He played around with the colors, and I never saw that ever happen again. After that, I think there's like maybe one or two more pieces, but after that, they're pretty standard to their original shades from the movie, because these are licensed products. So there you have it. We also released that year, in that same collection, he released this jewelry box. The name on this box is Treasures Fit for a Princess. Now, I've been seeing this one lately. It's still quite inexpensive. I remember when it launched, it was like $45. You could still find it for like $65, $70. I could be wrong. It may be more, but I've seen it. I'm surprised it has not gone up in price. So what you have here at the very top is her glass slipper. And then on the very front, you have the castle. You have the fairy godmother. The back is just a plain rose motif. And then you have Cinderella. The funnest part about this, because it's a jewelry box, is that the castle opens up. These doors are magnetized. They open up. There are some hooks on this side where you could put rings. There's mirrors here. You could put rings in here, and necklaces or bracelets on the other side. So it is a jewelry box. It's the only piece he's ever made that was the other one's a keepsake. This is a jewelry box. He's never made any other piece like this ever again, and it has a built-in mirror too. Never happened ever again. So there you have it. It's a little unconventional, but it's different. After that, this was the remaining piece. Now, this piece has gone up drastically in price. You can find this for like about $200+ now. This one is called In Time, All Fairy Tales Come True. Though it was like the jewelry box, they did make quite a they made I wouldn't say a substantial, but they made quite a fair amount of these in production value. The distinction with this piece, though, is that this piece came damaged. Like literally 75% of the ones that were ever produced, this right here, this part here came damaged. Actually, the first one I got was damaged. I had to exchange it for this one, which is not damaged. This one is it's an actual clock. It has a built-in clock. And again, as you can see here, there is the clock. I love this tower. The amount of detail. It has a 360 artwork. This pastel, like again, watercolor. I just love it, love it, love it. And all the little details from the roof shingles. And then here you have Jack, and Gus again with the yellow jackets and yellow shirt. I don't know what happened there. And then in the back, what do we have in the back? We have the slipper in the back on the pillow. And lastly, we have Cinderella in the carriage, which is so incredibly detailed. I'm not sure if, as we zoom in, if you can see the details on that, but it's so incredibly detailed. There you have it. Actually, for the first time, I'm filming my video through my camera, but from my front lens. So I'm not even sure if we can zoom in, but Greta will let me know. We're playing around here. Soon, I promise you, by the conclusion of this year, I'm definitely making an investment in a professional camera. So there we have it. This piece, of all the pieces I just shared, this is the most expensive one currently. It's difficult to come across. After that piece was made, we have the actual carriage. Now, we're not going to show this carriage yet. We're going to save this to the end with the other one to show a side-by-side comparison. But the carriage also came out with that series. Next, we have this piece, which also came out. This one came out like about 6 months after that collection, and this is a very difficult piece to find. This one is called Fairy Tale Dreams, because this was an Avon exclusive. Avon created a total of 6 personality pose exclusives, and they came out like around like, I don't know, it was like 4 months apart from each other. They created 3, and then they created another batch of 3. This was the final series they made. They didn't sell quite well. And this, of the 6 that he did make for Avon, they were Avon exclusives, he re-released 5 of the 6, and you can still currently find, like the Sorcerer Personality Pose Mickey. It was a Minnie, a Mickey, a Winnie the Pooh, something else, and Cinderella. It was Mickey, Sorcerer Mickey, Minnie, Cinderella, Winnie the Pooh. There was another piece. I can't think of it right now, but I know as I do my video. Oh, and Tinkerbell. There we go. He released the other 5. He ended up remaking them. This one was the only one he never re-released. It was exclusive only to Avon. So even though when it first launched for Avon, it launched for $20, it's very difficult to come across. And many people confuse this personality pose with the new one that came out, but it is completely different. And it is quite rare now. So there you have it. If you just pay close attention to her pose as well, you see both of her feet right by her dress, and she's looking right across her shoulder. The other one that people confuse it with, both of her, and her hands are by her side. The other one, her hands are on her lap, and you can't see her slippers. They're concealed. And we'll show you that later today. Later after this video. Later today. Like, we're going to be here all day. Awesome stuff. So in my previous video, I shared this piece with y'all. Share it again. So if you saw last week's video with the most expensive pieces in my collection, you would know that this is one of the 2 most expensive pieces that I have in my collection. And this one right here is Cinderella's A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes. Now, it is a musical chime. It has a built-in LED light. The LED does not work because I don't have batteries in it, but it does have beautiful detailing. For starters, there's this beautiful real thread, as I mentioned before. You have the mice, which is not the typical mice. They're different mice working on the dress. You have the birds. What I love about this piece, as I mentioned before, is the mixed media, the ribbon as well. It's absolutely breathtaking. And again, this piece, if you have not watched my previous video, make sure you go watch it. But I'll unveil why this piece is so beautiful and rare. By the way, this piece now retails, when it first came out, it retailed for about $85. This piece now retails for over $700. The dress opens to to unveil a built-in LED light from the bottom, from the top, that shines below, and it's Prince Charming dancing with Cinderella. And Prince Charming is actually wearing an alternate costume. He's wearing the blue suit jacket versus the original white that he had in this scene. Beautiful piece. Definitely, this is everyone's grail piece. Now, I jumped the gun because before this piece was released, 2 other pieces came out. And we've seen this video, you know, y'all seen, this is the 3rd time this piece makes an appearance, but it's the Castle of Dreams. Many of you have not watched my previous videos, so make sure you watch them, being the rarest piece in the entire Cinderella collection, and ranked within the top 5 rarest pieces ever made. This is Cinderella's castle. The name of this piece is Castle of Dreams. It was exclusive only to the Disney parks only. You could not find this piece at any other retailer, so you had to be at the park. So a lot of people who were not able to go to the parks were able to find this in the secondary market on eBay. And typically when this piece was first released, it retailed for about $125, which was a steal if you ask me, because it's a very big piece. And then after it was released, you could find it in the secondary market for people were jumping the price to like $375, $400. So at the time, people were like, I'm not paying $400 for that. I'll just wait to go to the parks. But what people didn't know was that it was only a limited run, and very, very, very few of them were actually ever released. And so the parks ended up selling out of them. And that's when Jim Shore really started to gain its popularity around that time. Now, this piece launched, I'd like to say around 2008. It was like almost like 2000, no wait, it was 2008, 2009, around there. So like 3 years after the initial releases, Jim Shore released his Disney pieces in 2006. And it started to gain its popularity, and this piece is just sold out. And now in the secondary market, good luck. I've seen it damaged for about $800 minimum. Damage, and it's easily damaged because a lot of these flags break, etc. And I mentioned this before in previous videos. But pristine, brand new in an original box, you're going to pay at least $1,200 minimum for this piece. It's a beauty. There's a new castle coming out later this year. It's going to be exclusive to the parks. I hear it's going to be bigger than this one, and surrounded, it's going to have a 360 of all the rides in Magic Kingdom, which is going to be pretty awesome. So, there you have it. This is the Castle of Dreams. Now, we also have, because last time y'all got on me because I did a complete collection of Fantasia, but I didn't show you one of the ornaments that was a part of a 5-piece collection, because I keep my ornaments separate. So I was like, let me just take this out because I know y'all are gonna come for me. Where are the ornament pieces? So this was also this came out roughly around the same time as the pink dress came out, and this is the Cinderella Holiday ornament set. These did not really, I mean, these were really difficult to come across. These did not really hit many stores. They were really mainly only like secondary market was selling this. And it comes with 5 pieces. I'm not going to take it out. It does come with the fairy godmother, second time she's featured. It comes with Cinderella. It comes with the castle. You get the actual, it comes with a pumpkin on the back. It says Cinderella, the movie title. And then it's the pumpkin with the actual carriage with the 2 henchmen and the 4 horses taking running Cinderella back home before, the stroke of midnight. And lastly, you have Jack and Gus, Gus and Jack, sorry, in their actual traditional garments. And it's a beautiful, 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 as you zoom in, 5-piece collection. And this has gone up in value. This piece right here I've been seeing for about like $200, $250. And then they eventually started selling all 5 of them separately in their boxes. Those are even more difficult to come across. But there you have it. All right, I would say these were next. So next we have this beautiful teacup. It's Jack and Gus, Tea for Two, that final scene in the movie where they're trying to get the key from the evil stepmother and Lady Trimid. And here they are in their original costumes, and they're in this beautiful, realistic looking teacup. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. They have made reprints of this piece. I haven't really seen it go much up in value at all. I think you could still find this in the secondary market quite easily. I don't want to quote a price. I'd say you can pay anywhere from like $50 to $70 for this piece. And as you can see, it's literally the size of a real teacup, which I really appreciate. The size on this is, the size of this piece is actually life size, which is pretty awesome. The mice are life size, and so is the teacup. Where most of these pieces are like 1/10 scale. This piece is life size, so it's pretty kick-ass. Awesome. So after that, we release another piece, which is this beautiful, beautiful piece. It's Cinderella's Kind Helper. Still quite common. You can find it. I love this piece because you can here she is with the mice with the thread. It's real thread. It's absolutely beautiful, and she actually has a like almost like a life size. It is like actual needle. Now it is safe; it won't prick you, but it is absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Again, this is a life size piece. I mean, the details. She's my favorite mouse that he's ever made. And to accompany her, he then ended up making Cinderella's friend, which was Gus Gus. And then he also made Thumbs Up Jack. And together they do complete a collection. They were so stinking cute. These you could still find for like $25, $30. She's going to be a little bit more challenging to find, but you can still find them. After that, we have this beautiful piece. Let's do this, yeah. The Once Upon a Time, the storybook series. So he made these beautiful storybook series. This is called Greatest Love Story Ever Told. And it's the storybook, and it's a scene out of the movie when Prince Charming, eyes Cinderella for the first time and asks her, and he invites her to dance. And it's in the shape of a storybook, and in the back of it is the actual storybook, as you can see, which is so beautiful. And it's a Cinderella. Now, these pieces all say Once Upon a Time. Some of them say different things, but I love this. The two-dimensional like staircase going down into three dimensions. I mean, the candlesticks. It's absolutely stunning. These pieces have gone up in value. They are very difficult to come across now. You can still find them, but they're up in price. I honestly wouldn't know the value. I'd have to guess. It's a minimum $150 for this piece. And that's just a guess because I honestly don't know. And there's many in this series. He also, after making that, he also launched this series. So aside from the storybooks, this is a series he still is making, and this is the Magical Transformation. This is from the Carved from the Heart series. So they're, a lot of his pieces look like they've been carved by wood. So it's this tree bark, and then as it's carved, you see, from the tree bark, he carves this work of art, which is so beautiful. Now, I will say this piece, there's very few pieces I've had gifted to me, and I'll always have to give a shout out, but my mother gifted me this piece. She actually gifted me this piece in the last video, no, I bought that one myself. Yeah, I did buy it myself. She gifted me this piece. She has other pieces she's gifted me, and every Christmas she would gift me one piece. And so this is it, and I'm so happy she did, because I'm not sure if this is a piece I would have bought at the time, and I'm so glad she did, because this piece goes for like $300 now. It is absolutely beautiful. Third time in a series, and I lied. I know I said, I think I said, so far the Fairy Godmother has been featured like 4 times. So here she is again, and this is right when she gets transformed Cinderella. You have the pumpkin, you have Gus Gus, Jack, and 2 other mice there at the bottom. It is absolutely stunning. And Cinderella's dress actually has an imprint of the castle on it. It's a stunning piece. After that, that's throughout that same time, he also made these. He made some words, and he made Dream in Cinderella. This has gone up drastically. Very small run of these were actually produced. Sorry, as I yawn. And it is absolutely beautiful. In the Disney font, Dream, there we have Cinderella. This piece goes for like about $100 to $150. Kind of want to go in order. We also have this piece that came out, and this right here is the it's what looks like the pumpkin carriage, which it is, but it's actually a birdhouse. It came out at the same time with 2 other birdhouses. This is, I mean, I've seen it quite commonly in some places. I actually know a retailer that's still selling this at the price it launched. I'm not sure if they still have it, but a few months ago they were still selling it. And it's gone up in value. This piece you can get for like $150, $125 now. And the name of it is Enchanted Coach, and it's a birdhouse. The bottom does open if you want to clean it out, clean out the nest, but it's an actual birdhouse. So there's the hall. It is a garden piece. Now again, it's as I always say, it's suicidal to place something like this inside an actual garden. I definitely wouldn't do that. It would kill the value of it, and the paint, the color goes away, and it loses its value in its entirety. So all of his garden pieces, which he stopped making garden pieces. It's been a very long time since he's made garden pieces. This is probably like the last times he's ever made garden pieces when he released the series. But in general, he released four of these: a Tinkerbell one, a Cinderella's Coach, a Mickey with a bird's net, like a bird with a hat, and the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. And so there you have it. Now there's also this piece. Now this is one of 2. I'm going to show you just one of them today. You can't buy this separate. It comes as a collection. It's Cinderella and Belle Bookends. So one side is Cinderella. On the other side you have Belle, and you can actually see her right up there is the other one. But I keep her with the my Beauty and the Beast collection. And here you have Cinderella reading a book. She is so incredibly stunning. Now this Cinderella is about a 1/8 scale size, so she's much larger than any other Cinderella. And she's absolutely stunning. The book, the details on the book, it's just so freaking beautiful. I love this piece so much. Next, we have the 50th anniversary collection, and these 2 were sold together. Now, they weren't sold together, they were sold separately, but you could buy them. QVC was promoting these heavily. This is Fairy Tale Ending, and this is her kissing Prince Charming for the first time right before the clock is about to strike midnight, and his name is Royal Suitor. Now, these pieces make a great set together. They celebrated the 50th anniversary of the movie. What's going on with me today? It is such a beautiful, 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 beautiful piece. And like, if you look at the actual clock, it's like moments away from striking midnight, which is an amazing detail. And there it is. They're both kissing on the bench in the garden. It's a beautiful piece, and it's the first time, well, it's the second time in a series we were introduced to Prince Charming, These have not really gone up in value because they were heavily produced, this anniversary piece. They made a lot of them. So, yay. But it's the first time we get the Prince as a standalone. You could still easily find these. I wouldn't pay more than $50 to $60 for each one. Next we have this one, which is quite rare. And this one's name is, I think it came out a little before the anniversary. Oh, adorable. This one actually does not have a name. Maybe the box will have a name, but this one does not actually have a name. You can put a battery and it does operate. It is an actual clock. And here it is. It's Jack and Gus Gus. And this beautiful, beautiful watch. This is a life-size piece as well. What's really cool about this, what is going on with me? So what's really cool about this piece is that there was actually, there's 2 variants. There's the one with the gold letters, and there's another version with black letters. I'm not sure which is the variant. I believe the black letter one is one of them, like they literally came, I bought this the moment it came out, the initial release. And then after the initial release, he made another one with a different color. I presume this is the original, but I've heard that the black one is the original. But I think the black one's the variant, which was a rerun that they made of it, but they were very limited. So I think the black one is more difficult to get. I don't have it, but there is a variant of it. I do collect variants, but I'm not that big of a fan. Like, if I happen to see it and it's quite affordable, I'd buy it. But I'm not going to, like, go ham and pay $400 for a variant that I don't necessarily need. I don't need any of this. I choose to have it. Correction. The next piece that we have in the collection is this one. This one is quite difficult to come across. And this one is Spring Romance. This one, he made 4 of them. He made Snow, Ariel, Belle, and Cinderella. And each one represents a season. Cinderella represents spring. And so she has spring flower basket. She has a butterfly. The colors are more spring on the bottom base. This one has gone up in price. It's become much rare. It's like $100, $125 is what you can find it for right now in the secondary market. Versus it was like $60 when it first launched. $55. After this, we also have this piece, which is the Fairy Godmother as a snowman. He made a snowman collectible series. This one is not that rare. You could still find it for like $55, $60. And it's the Fairy Godmother as a snowman. Well, a snowman as the Fairy Godmother. You have one of the bluebirds. She has her wand. She's holding the glass slipper. And then she's telling the story. And you see Jack, Gus, the pumpkin. You see Prince Charming and Cinderella dance for that first night. Super, super, super cute. And the name of this piece is Bibbidi Bobbidi Yule. Who's next? Let's do you. This was a holiday piece that came out. And he also made 5 of these, I think. Or 4. This is Tiding of Friendship. He made an Ariel, which is the rarest one to find of them all, a Snow White, a Cinderella, a Rapunzel. Am I right? Yeah, because he didn't make Belle, and he didn't make... Yeah, so those were the 4 that he made. He made 4 of them. And so here you have it. It's Cinderella dressed in this holiday attire. It's her classic dress, but she has this beautiful like poncho over her. And then there's an actual ornament bowl hanging with Jack, and Gus. It's super cute. By the way, it's Jack and Gus, but I call him Gus. And I love the detail of the rose motifs. They're so sharp and clean. Ooh. Not that like that one's that expensive. So there you have it. After that, we'll do this one next. This one, I believe he made 5 in the series. This is Cinderella's Secret Charm. Beautiful piece, standalone piece. I love the way her dress flares out. This piece was made, a Rapunzel piece was made, a Sleeping Beauty piece was made, a Belle piece was made, and a Cinderella piece was made. I'm just reviewing. An Ariel piece was made as well. And Belle. Was Belle made? Yeah. So Belle, Ariel, Cinderella, Aurora, that's 4, and Rapunzel, 5. Yep, so he made 5 of them. And what's really cool about these pieces is they actually have a hidden drawer that opens a compartment with a charm inside. So right here where the dress is at, this drawer opens and reveals a little miniature charm, which is a glass slipper. And so they all have one item that's a little iconic to the movie, something that resembles something from the movie. We're going to put that back and close it. Beautiful piece. These have been going up in value from when they first launched. Then we have this piece, which recently came out. This one is called Gifts of Celebration. Also another holiday piece where she has this beautiful long winter coat. There's like snowflakes instead of stars coming down the center and the back of her dress. And this is something that's really cool. But she actually, I didn't notice this. I wasn't present to this feature until he's making 2 new ones. Is the gifts in her hand. The gifts in her hand represent her sidekicks, which is the color for Gus and for Jack, which is amazing. And then she also has a yellow gift, and that one it's like a yellow and red gift. It's like white and red, which marries the color of Prince. How cool is that? It's so awesome. And I didn't notice those details until he made this series came out for Cinderella. It is available as well for, bear with me right now, it came out for Cinderella. I'm looking around because I want to make sure. I don't want to like speak out of context. Cinderella, he made it for Belle. It was it released for Belle? He's releasing Rapunzel and Ariel. They launch now in spring. They arrive in June. We get them late spring, early summer. So, and then he also made it. He made 4 of these. He also made this one for Aurora. So Aurora, Belle, Cinderella. I could have sworn there's another one. I know there's another one. Belle, Aurora, Cinderella. Ariel and Rapunzel launch afterwards. I feel like I'm going crazy. He didn't make any for Frozen, nor for Tiana. Well, he launched 3 of them, and then 2 more that are launching later this year as well. So, yay, exciting. So there you have it. I think these are so beautiful. Then we have this piece. Now, this piece is a limited edition. It's become very rare to come across. It's Cinderella and Mice, but there's 2 versions to it. The other version we're going to show you later when I show you, because it's in my curio that I can't physically open right now. And it was the Winter Woodland Collection. And the Winter Woodland Collection is all like white. It's typically like white and wintry. It has very little color in it at all, and the only thing that's true to color is the complexion of the actual character. And then he went ahead and he made the Winter Woodland Collection in a full color, and this is the full color. And the only way you can purchase this piece is if you met Jim at a signing event. That's when I met Jim for the first time, about a year and a half ago. It was in the fall in Pennsylvania. And that's where I met him for the first time. I do know that shop still has plenty of these. A lot of those shops that had those signing events still have plenty of these. But unfortunately, a lot of these shops don't have any online stores. So you can still purchase this for the original retail value. I think this retailed for $65 when it launched. You could still purchase it for that price. $65 or $70. So this one is actually painted. And so you have Jack, Gus. You have the other mice. I forget her name, which it's her. And it is absolutely beautiful because this is the first time we see her actual dress. We've always only seen Cinderella in her blue dress. We haven't seen her in her peasant like clothes. And the only other time we saw this dress was in that big standalone piece, which opens up to unveil her in her blue dress. So this is the first time you actually see her in this dress, fully painted. It is absolutely beautiful. This piece is retailing now for about $150. You can find it for $125 to $150. She's going up in value because it's hard to come across. So there you have it. After that, he made the Anniversary Cinderella collection, where he's just recently, these came out last year, released 3 pieces. This is one of them. This is another Anniversary collection. I don't know how many years. I think it's like now 55 years or 60th anniversary. I forgot what it was. This is A Wonderful Dream Come True. And again, I think it's the I think it's maybe the 60th. I forget what year Cinderella came out. So this is it. It's the anniversary collection piece. I love this piece. This is probably one of the most beautiful Cinderella pieces. Why? Because the cushion detailing on the base is so beautiful. It's like the cushion in her carriage. The cushion lining, so beautiful. The way her dress sparkles with the motif designs is beautiful. And this is moments right before she's going to start dancing with the prince as she's bowing. This is such a stunning piece. Still quite, you can still buy this at retail value. Then, for the first time ever, you got 3-in-1. We've never seen Lady Tremaine, and we've never seen the evil stepsisters either. And this is the first time we see them. I love this piece. It's one of my favorites because he caught their facial expressions so vividly and so beautifully. I absolutely love it. They are so spot on. I love the way like their humps are showing, like in the movie when they would walk, their booties would rock back and forth, and you can still see this here. And then the evil stepmom. I mean, this is a stunning, 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 stunning piece. I know when this came out, this is the piece everyone wanted, more than this carriage. So there you have it. So what we have next is the carriage. So we're going to go with the very first carriage. Now the first carriage does come with a horse. You get one horse. The name of this piece is an enchanted coach awaits you. So I'm just going to show you this first. Now when this piece launched, it was $150. Okay. $125 or $150. You can still find this piece for less than $300. The set brand, like in its original box. It hasn't gone up much in value. I'm surprised because not many of them were made. But this is a piece that for some reason never went up in value that much. Then we actually have the carriage. So I'm not going to put the carriage on this base because I'm not going to twist this around. It's much heavier, and because it's wide, I don't want it banging into any of this stuff. But we will definitely put it front and center. So it is, both sides are apps there. It's a 360 view. So what you see on this side, you're going to see on this side. What's really cool about this is that the actual coach door opens on both sides. So as you can see, it's opening up on both sides. Inside is, you can, there, you know, is enough space to put a Cinderella in there. I'm not sure if that small Cinderella fits there. I doubt it. The one from Avon, which would be cool if she did, but no, she doesn't fit in there. Does she? Maybe, maybe, maybe. No. Wait, really? Could it? Could it be? No, it can't. I wish. I'd definitely keep this piece in there if it did fit in there. But nevertheless, beautiful piece. What I love about this piece is it was like right as the pumpkin is starting to transform. So the carriage is starting to transform, so you still see a lot of pumpkin. I despised this piece for a long time because it wasn't the actual pumpkin carriage fully, fully created. You know what I mean? I wanted to see it in its full glory. Okay, that just is like that. And I wanted to see it in its full glory, and we never got that. So I was like, all right, whatever. I love the piece, but I really wish it had that. And then this year, as the anniversary collection came through, and we're going to move you back nice and gently. As the anniversary came through this year, we got it fully realized in this piece. And you're going to hear, if you follow Jim Shore on Facebook, get excited because there's going to be a cool reveal. So this piece does light up. I don't think I have batteries on it, but it is a light up piece. So inside the carriage does light up. And what's really cool about this piece is Cinderella's inside. This door also opens and it reveals Cinderella inside. It does light up. This is the carriage, 100% fully realized, which is really awesome. What is also really exciting about this piece, which Jim mentioned, is he's going to be making the coachman. He is going to be making the coachman that you can sit on this seat right here, and the one that you'll be able to stand right here. And he will be releasing the 4 horses to complete this collection, which is so exciting. I'm so excited when I heard that. It will not fit in my curio cabinet with all 4 horses, but I'm so excited to get it when it launches. So all 4 horses in that will be released. When, we don't know. He says that he has a plan to do them. I don't think he had sketches or anything, but he definitely wants to realize those horses and the coachman to complete this entire series. It is absolutely beautiful. Of course, I prefer this one over that one. This one's on green grass. This is on like pavement. It is absolutely stunning. Again, this one just came out, so you can still purchase it. It retailed for $200. This is considered a masterpiece collection, so it's a lot rarer to come across. So I'm going to go ahead, turn this camera over, and I'm going to show you the rest of the collection. So here we are. Now, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see clearly, but the one other piece that we didn't get to that I didn't get to show you is the Cinderella piece you see right there. That's the woodland one. That's all white. We also have Cinderella here. Give me a moment. Did we get it? There you go. And there's Cinderella here. This was the princesses in their castles. And there she is, right over there. They made the princess dresses in their castles. Then they made the wedding collection ones. And there she is in the back over there. Where are you? Right over there. And there she is on her wedding day. Then we have her, this is a rare one, is her sitting down with Jack and Gus in a teacup. Right there. Then we have the Sonata version. That one's going to be very difficult for y'all to experience because she's down there towards the back. And that's her holding a glass slipper. You place her on the Sonata and she sings. Then we have her on the carousel. And are we clear on this? There we go. Sorry about that. There you have her on the carousel with her horse. And then we have the smaller version of her. Not sure if you can see clearly from there. We have her here with the prince in the center. And then lastly, if we go down really low, there she is in the mini personality pose. The one I said that's similar to the Avon one, but still different. And that completes the video. Thank you for watching. Sorry, awkward camera view. And I will catch you on the next one. Wow, this was a lengthy video as well. So gave y'all some amazing content. I hope you appreciate it. She was also featured one last time in a picture frame. I'll forget that. I forgot to mention that as well. She's featured in a picture frame back there with Snow and Aurora. It's another time that we had her. But thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Next Monday, I'll be here. I love you. I appreciate you. Stay awesome. Stay blessed. Share this video. Subscribe. It means the world. And I will keep bringing you more content. Take it easy. Bye.